Our love basically began before we were born. Our first words were each other's names. When I first looked into the mirror, I thought it was Reed staring back at me. We have remained close throughout our elementary, middle, high school, and college experiences. As future twin doctors interested in women's health, we both got vaccinated when we were younger, and we get screened by pap smears regularly. We talk at least 5 times a day, saying I love you at the end of every phone call. There are many ways to say I love you, whether it's by text, phone call, or Snapchat. Tell those you love to get screened today.
Man, there are just so many things I love about Margaret. I mean, from the first time that I met her, she's just one of the most compassionate, perceptive people. I mean, if someone's having a bad day, if somebody's struggling with something, I mean, Margaret just picks up on it, and she's so intent on loving people, on checking in on them, and on really building community really well. And I just love her heart for other people.
Yeah, I love Hannah. Yeah, she is probably the best listener that I've ever spoken to. All of my many ups and downs in life, and when I call her randomly, sometimes when she's on really long road trips, and yeah, just talk about whatever might be going on. She's just, she just gives such great feedback, and like really knows how to speak to a person's heart when she's listening and just making sure to be there by your side. So I've just really been blessed by our friendship.
I feel like we're posing for like one of those like Christmas pictures.
This is so awkward.
Yes, do tell.
What I love the most, there is no most, because he's so well-rounded with who he is as a human being. And I think that's like one of my first things, is that I don't look at Jason as, oh, you know, just this guy that I'm with, but rather this like compassionate human being that is willing to give so much of himself to not just like me, but to everyone around him. And I think that's really, like, I really respect that and value that in someone.
I've had emotional few days.
Are your glasses clean?
Always.
Yeah? You want to wipe it down a little bit?
Not a little bit.
Okay.
Are yours clean?
I think they're almost there.
If I had to pick one thing, this is hard. If I had to pick one thing, I think it would be your imagination. I think that you see the world in a very unique way, and the perspective you bring to your life, and by extension then to mine, enriches a lot of the things. It shows me a lot of new things that I had never noticed before.